Hey yo guys, it's Erand again. We're gonna talk about some modeling stuff and how it went for me and how it might work for you or how it might go for you. And I just wanna, just talk about some things because many people have a pretty false perception about modeling. Because back then when I was a kid, I used to think completely different about modeling. It was like a little dream for me, I'd say. So when I was 15 or 16 years old, I completely focused. I still played football, but I completely put my focus on modeling. I just told myself, hey, I'm definitely gonna do something like this in the future, because I've always liked it when people took pictures of me. I always felt something special, I don't know. But today I'm gonna talk about some pros and some cons about modeling, because I know many of you want to step into this modeling industry, and I just wanna just let you know some things before actually committing it. First thing I wanna talk about is how crucial it is to get connections, and through modeling, it's helped me loads. Once you connect with agencies and stuff, and they connect you with other people, it's insanely easy to know more people, and especially people that you might need in life later on. So that's very important in life, and that's a huge point actually. And of course, you travel around, and talking about experience, sometimes you get this celebrity star experience. I am someone, you just feel like you're important, and you feel like, okay, everybody's watching you, everybody's looking at you, and it's a cool feeling when you like the attention. But once you step out of this stage, you're no one, you're just a number. But we're gonna talk about this when I mention the bad things about modeling. Another cool thing is, it's not a hard job. You don't even have to be in shape right now, because all these plus size models exist. And I think this completely ruined the industry, because if you're a model, you're actually not a model anymore. Everybody can be a model. You don't even have to have any certification. And in addition to that, it is extremely well paid. It is insanely well paid. You might get jobs, and you get $2 grand a day for just standing and taking some pictures of you. So it is extremely well paid, at least hourly, because if we talk about monthly, it's a different bread. This brings us to the first negative point of modeling. It is not well paid. You never know if you get jobs, which means if you get money. So if you don't get jobs, you don't get money, okay? And you don't know when you get jobs. It's not up to you to get jobs. You can grow your socials, yeah, but if no one contacts you, it's over for you. Let's say you got the job though, okay? Everything went well. You did a great job, okay? It's gonna sometimes take months to even pay you. And sometimes you completely forgot that you actually did a job, and that you actually have to get paid for that. Because it just happened so long ago, you completely forget that you actually had a job with them. Enough talking about money. There are so many douchebags in this industry. I don't think there's an industry with such a huge amount of douchebags and such a huge amount of manipulative people that just want to use you for their advantage, that just want to have sex with you. It is not even in the slightest as professional as you might see it in the TV or on your phone. Like Fashion Week 2021, I had no idea how am I supposed to walk the show, because it was a weird stage. It wasn't just a runway, it was a square, okay? It was a weird shape. I don't know why they did that. But I had no idea how to walk. There's a huge row with all the models that are about to, walk. They're just gonna get pushed, okay? They just wait to get pushed, so they go on stage and just do their show. I was the third guy in the row, and I had no idea how to walk. The designer told me to walk to the left first. Another guy told me no, and then they were discussing things, and I was the second guy already. And I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Like left, right, middle, what do I do? I had maybe 15 seconds left, and then I'm gonna get pushed to the stage because it's my turn. And I just was like, fuck it, let's just combine everything what they said. But it was a mess. It was a complete chaos. It was my first show. Like imagine, everybody was watching. It was the last show. The last show is always the most crowded show. My family was there, other friends were there. I was like, okay, I can't fuck this up. And I somehow managed to not, I actually fucked it up 1 year later. It was a normal stage. It was a normal runway, okay? The only thing I had to do is walk and hit the pose at the end of the runway. What do I do with my first outfit? Because I had 2 outfits. I walk, and I completely forget to do the pose at the end. I walked, and then walked just straight back. I just made a U-turn without a car. I ended up not being on the website because they couldn't, take a picture of the entire outfit because, I didn't hit the pose. And then I told myself, hey, I'm gonna do it way better in the next year. Next year, 2023, a couple of months ago, I missed the casting. Casting was at 9 a.m. I woke up at 12 a.m. in this bed. Yeah. Many drugs in this industry. All the people there get drunk, they do other sorts of drugs. Cocaine is probably the most common one. Last but not least, no one knows you. You're not that important as a model. Like, name me 5 models other than Chico and Jordan and Sean O'Pride, because you just know them through TikTok and through these TikTok edits. Name me 5 other models. You can't, probably. Name me 5 influencers. You can name me plenty of them. It's just the importance of the field. Models are not a persona, they're more numbers. Most of the designers don't even know your name. They just tell you, hey, you, number 5, or the guy with the black hair, come over. You know, as I mentioned earlier, once you're not on stage anymore, once you step out of the stage, no one gives a fuck about you. That is why you get treated differently, because when someone knows that you are replaceable, that you're not that important, they're gonna use you. It is sadly very common that a member of the team that you just worked with is gonna ask you for sex, is gonna ask you to sleep with him, and when you don't sleep with him, you're not gonna get jobs anymore from this person because you're replaceable. So he tells you, hey, do you wanna sleep with me? And you don't wanna sleep with him because A, you're not gay. By the way, there's only gays in this industry, so it's very common and it's very, very usual to work with gay people. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, you're not gay, and 2, you're not a whore. Yeah, and this goes for both male and female. Now, is it worth it giving it a shot in the modeling industry for someone who is interested in modeling? Of course, yeah, give it a go. It's definitely a fun experience, especially in the beginning, you know? Especially in your first jobs, they're not gonna obviously sniff lines of cocaine in front of your face. So you don't get to experience most of the bad stuff, which is cool. It's very important to tell you that it's a hard industry. They're gonna tell you, hey, you're ugly, you're this, you're fat, you're fat. We don't want this, we don't want this. They're not apologetic. You know how many times I got humbled in castings? How many times I got humbled in, not even castings, but in applications? Face this, you have scars, you have this. So you can't take them personally, because if you do, you're gonna get body dysmorphia and you're probably gonna commit suicide within the next 2 weeks. With that being said, adios amigo. And before you go, leave me some questions in the comment section, because I'm gonna do a Q&A very soon, and just leave me some, you know, like very uncomfortable questions, so that I can answer for you.